Hello, students, and welcome to Mr. Armstrong Teaches. Today's topic is subject and predicate. This is going to be the most basic video on subject and predicate that you can imagine. It's just very, very simple. It doesn't get too complicated with the different variations that we see in the English language. It's bare bones, most simply put, subject and predicate as requested by a few of my students. Here we go. Every sentence is made up of a subject and a predicate. They're just two words that people came up with to name the different parts of a sentence. One part of the sentence is the subject, and everything else in the sentence is the predicate. Now, in English, the subject always precedes the predicate. This is where some non-native speakers sometimes get confused. In English, in other words, the subject comes first. The predicate comes after the subject. The predicate or the verb comes after the subject. And this is the difference between subject and predicate. The subject of the sentence is what the sentence is about. It's a noun or a pronoun, and it is the thing that the sentence is about. The predicate tells something about that subject. So the predicate can be some sort of action that the subject is doing, for example, or it can have a linking verb and be some sort of description of the subject. But basically, most simply, the predicate tells something about the subject, and the subject is what the sentence is about. And as I alluded to a moment ago, the predicate has a verb in it. The predicate starts with the verb. Every single sentence must have a verb for it to be a complete sentence, and the verb is the signal that the predicate has begun. There are different types of sentences. I have some other videos about that deal with verbs and how they work, but most simply, the predicate has the verb. The subject does not. Let's take a look at a few examples, hopefully clarify things even more. In this very simple sentence, this two-word sentence, birds fly, I underlined the subject once, birds. This is a sentence about birds. It is the subject of the sentence. The predicate is just one word. The predicate is just the verb, fly. It tells something about the subject. It tells what the birds do. Birds fly. Let's look at another one. In this example, I took that last sentence and just added a few extra words. Those birds fly south. But essentially, the subject is the same. It's still birds. Birds is the simple subject, as we'd call it, but the complete subject is those birds. I underlined it once. And now the predicate is not just the verb, but the verb and an adverb modifying where that verb takes place. They fly south. Fly south is the predicate. The sentence is broken into these two parts. Let's see another one. Okay, this example also pretty simple. The rabbit ran quickly. The rabbit is the subject. Ran quickly is the predicate. Ran, of course, is the verb, and quickly an adverb modifying that verb. But I could just as easily say, the big hungry rabbit ran quickly toward the garden, and this longer sentence is still broken up into just two parts. We have some more modifiers on the simple subject rabbit. The big hungry rabbit is now seen as the complete subject. Ran is the verb still. Ran quickly toward the garden is the predicate. In this predicate, we do have our verb and adverb again, but I also included a prepositional phrase, toward the garden, which is considered a part of the predicate because it follows that verb. If you have any other examples you'd like me to take a look at, post them below. Now, compound, complex, and compound complex sentences can have more than one subject, more than one verb and predicate in different places. Questions can put the subject in the middle of a predicate sometimes. But most simply, like I said before, every sentence has a subject, every sentence has a predicate, and that's the point of this video. No more, no less. I do have a few other videos that get into some of these topics in a little more detail. I'll link a few of them below, or you can search through the channel. And that's it. That's the end. The most simple explanation of subject and predicate I could come up with. Every sentence has both parts. Subject plus predicate equals sentence. If you have any questions or comments, please post them below. I will happily reply. If you enjoyed this content, please like and subscribe. I look forward to teaching you something again very soon. Have a great day.